So today and probably for the next 4 or 5 days, I'm out here at some netball courts in the Sutherland Shire. Right down the back building down there, you can see there's a stadium. And between that stadium and here, this is like the canteen and like another set of offices upstairs. Now, this customer, they've been on PSTN lines with an NSE phone system for many years. Now they've moved over to NBN, and basically they're going a VoIP system now. So we're upgrading the link cable that links from the MDF in here all the way from here and through a series of pits and conduits all the way down to the stadium down the back there. We're putting in a 30 pair cable. There was an existing 20 pair cable, and over the years they've had lots of problems with that 20 pair. Telstra's disowned this part of the network because it's on private property, and so basically we need to replace this cable for them. So we've got guards and pits set up here, as you can see. Now from here there's a pit that runs from there, and there's a conduit that runs underground, and that goes all the way over to another pit. This Daniel, the young fella, and it goes to another pit over here. We've got those 20 pair cables, there's 2 of them. So one's a network cable that goes back out to the street, and the other one's the cable that links down to that the stadium down the other end. So today we're going to remove these cables and pull in some Parramatta rope from here all the way down to the stadium, get ready to haul in the new 30 pair. And we're also putting in an underground Cat 5 cable too. So the original phone system is inside this building, which is the canteen. Right, so that original phone system is in here. That's on the wall here, the old NEC. But now the phone system is going to be down the other end in the stadium. So we're bringing up a Cat 5 cable from the other end to this end to put in Wi-Fi up here, and we're putting the 30 pair in to bring the new lines from the VoIP system up to here, which they only need 2 pair twisted copper to feed like about 6 or 7 phones up in this office block here. So this is part number 1, is hauling in the cable. Now I've just chopped the cable here, and we've attached our Parramatta rope to it. So I'm going to go out to the other pit and I'm going to pull the cable through. And young Daniel, he's going to feed it in. From the pit to the building, success. And you can see we've got our Parramatta rope through now, and all the old cable pulled through. That went pretty easy, luckily. And now we're up to the next part. So we've got hauled that first one from the canteen to this pit. Now we're going from here down to where Daniel is, down the next pit halfway down. I'm just pulling through the Parramatta rope, and we'll take this Parramatta rope with this cable all the way down to the other end. We have one long stretch, and then we'll pull the cable through in sections, so it makes it a bit easier. Now got our Parramatta rope down to the middle pit. Dan's just rolling up the excess off that run. Now we're going to go from this pit down towards the stadium, and there's another pit just before the stadium, and then a conduit going into the IDF. So I'm down here at the IDF end, and we're just about to haul the cable through the IDF, and I found why they've been having so many issues. So somebody from Telstra or somebody like that had cut this cable, and then they just tried to put some blue tape around it, and they'd stuck it back in the conduit. So pulling this cable through, that's what we found. So that's why they've been having so many problems here. So now we're going to haul in new cable for this one. So today's day number 2 out here at the netball courts, and today we had a piece of the Parramatta rope, and we used that when we were pulling out the old cable to pull a dry wire on with the Parramatta rope. But I think what had happened between this pit and the middle pit up the end, somehow it had twisted around the NBN HFC mains cable there, and so when we were trying to pull a new cable through, it would come in a little way and then stop. So I've just had to push the rod around about almost, I don't know, 90 metres or something like that. And now we're going to tie on this Parramatta rope and pull this through. And then when I pushed it, I made sure it was sitting on the bottom of that duct there, bottom of the conduit. So now we're going to pull the Parramatta rope through, then tie that on, and then try and pull through again. So back here today at the netball courts. So yesterday we finally got in that cable all the way. It was pretty tricky. There was a couple of blockages, so we had to get a hose in and unblock the conduit, so just full of mud. And so we finally got them all the way through. And then got them coming out of this little hole under here. So today we've got some rigid conduit and then our cable all the way down to there. So now today we've got to get these up into the offices on the floor above us. So that's going to be fun. That's what we're doing now. This is the old IDF frame where they had the old 20-power leading cable coming to, or 10-power leading cable. So we're going to remove this today, and we're actually going to just have one single cable, so this is not going to be an intermediary frame anymore. The MDF is going to be up in the canteen at the top end, and then we're going to run this cable all the way through to a new IDF inside the office. So this is in the switch room here, electricals and stuff, so we're going to move it out of here today and put this up in the office so it's a bit more secure. So now we've got our cable through the 30 pair, and that's our Cat 6 underground there. So I've got the 11-way frame on and some of the internal cables. Now we're going to terminate all this and then work out what cables are going to where and mark everything down, and then start putting on the chrome blocks and rain jumpers. So the 30 pair now, I've separated the 3 bundles, the blue, orange and green, and what I've done is I've sorted out all the pairs, and then what you do is you tie them back. So in each bundle you'll have the blue, right? And then what you do is when you first do it, you tie that around the end so you can identify it, and then you've got your orange and then your green, and then within those bundles you'll have all your 10 pairs. Right, so your blue, orange, green, brown, grey with their blue, white, and then their red pairs. And then you twist the ends of those so you don't lose them, because it's important not to get the pairs confused and mixed up, otherwise you're going to have more problems down the line trying to identify what's what at the other end of the cable. So it's important to get that right first. Now we'll put them on the blocks and mount them up. So I'm just doing the last pairs here on those disconnection modules. Just terminating these down with the punch tool. So we've got our blue, orange, green. This one's a brown. I'll find our brown, white. Which is here. Separate these out like so. You got the little spaces behind here. Yep. Make sure it's nice in behind, nice in there. Hold it down with a little bit of pressure, and then punch, punch. That's it, and then just give it a little flick across the top. Right, mate, you can turn that on. The MDF is complete. I've got the 30 pair connected, and the internal cables connected to that single block there. That's all ready. Now we're just going to go test everything, make sure all the cabling from the chrome block here out to the sockets are testing okay. There's no faults. Just on the other end of the MDF at the other end with the other 30 pair cable here. Just going to terminate that, and then that's just test everything.